A Politico analysis of recent polls and data provided exclusively by Marquette Law School pollster Charles Franklin shows Trump and Haley will form distinct electoral coalitions in matchups against Biden. And differences aren't just a curiosity, they bolster Haley's claim as she seeks an unlikely come-from-behind victory in the weeks leading up to primaries and primaries. This is about House seats and Senate seats. It's about winning again. Politico examined the last 4 polls from major pollsters that included multiple general election matchups. To understand why Haley fared better Trump versus Biden, we looked at what we'll call Biden-Haley voters, those who would vote for Biden in a 2020 rematch with Trump, but won't vote Haley when she becomes the presumptive GOP nominee instead. People who will switch to. About 43% of voters voted for Biden in both matchups, according to Marquette's poll, while 47% voted for Trump or Haley but not Biden. But it is the 7% nationally who represent a potentially key block of undecided voters next year who will vote for Biden over Trump but for Haley over Biden. Marquette data, which includes both national poll and a poll in the key swing state of Wisconsin, shows Haley straddling the middle of voters along partisan and ideological lines in way Trump is not. Nationally, 16% of voters who say they are independent but lean Democratic fall into this category of Biden-Haley voters. Similarly, in Wisconsin, 14% of those who describe themselves as moderates are Biden-Haley voters. Another place where Haley is alienating some Biden voters is with those who have weaker impressions of the president's job performance. The 17% of voters who somewhat disapprove of Biden's job performance in the national Marquette poll fall into the Biden-Haley camp. The Wisconsin poll has 20% of voters who are somewhat disapproving. It's a similar phenomenon to the 2022 midterm elections, when exit polls showed voters who somewhat disapproved of Biden were almost evenly split between Democratic and Republican congressional candidates. Despite negative views of Biden's job performance, perhaps unsurprisingly, views Trump, who has plenty criticism within the party despite his overall dominance, the GOP, are also a significant predictor Biden-Haley voters nationally. 14% voters with a very unfavorable view Trump are Biden-Haley voters. Hell, choose Haley. There is also some evidence that Haley will attract some disaffected voters. In Wisconsin, 19% of voters who said they were not very enthusiastic about the 2024 elections were Biden-Haley voters. Haley's support also appears to cut across some demographic lines, cutting across groups that Trump has particularly struggled with. The Marquette poll, both nationally and in Wisconsin, showed equal shares of men and women in Biden-Haley voters. But other polls suggest that Haley's candidacy, although unlikely, could narrow T.